Hello everybody, Elias5891 here with another KTANE tutorial. This time we're covering the Graffiti numbers module. This one doesn't use a whole lot or any edge work, so let's just kind of dive in. Let's see what we have. Here we have a wall that has the numbers 1 through 9 graffitied onto it. Take note that there is a 1 and a 7, and they look kind of similar. The way I think about it is the 7 kind of make what looks to me like a 45-ish degree angle, and the 1 kind of makes a slightly smaller angle. It's also a little thinner, not as long on the top, and the biggest giveaway, I clicked something, is if you look at the top of the 7 here, you'll see this little speck of color. You don't see that in the 1. That's how I prefer to find the 7. If I can't tell for sure. But after you look at this a few times, it becomes kind of obvious which one's the 7, which one's the 1. So anyway, you've got this grid of 1 through 9 in various colors. As you may have guessed from my misclick there, the goal is to click certain numbers in a certain order in order to disarm the module. Manual page good tells how to do that. You may have also noticed an important thing. When I clicked a spot, it got spray painted over and the number was no longer visible. Because there are multiple rules that refer to the initial states of the numbers, I think it is a good idea to give out the numbers to the expert. So in this case, 6, 1, 8, 3, 4, 9, 7, 2, 5. As an added bonus, there are 2 rules that kind of are based on a starting condition that you can't check after the fact. While you're still learning those rules, it might not be a bad idea to give the colors as well, but they're 2 pretty quick rules, so you'll probably pick up on them fast. However, it does also lead to potential interactions, so I'm going to go ahead and give out the colors as well. Red, green, red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, red, red. That way I can do it all as the expert and just jump to the solution. And I personally prefer to do this a little more interactively. And I'll kind of explain why in a minute. But let's go through this one. So we've got the numbers. To disarm, we have to spray paint the correct numbers dictated by these rules. If there are more red than green numbers, which there are, there's 5 red, 1 green, then we're going to start at rule 6. I'm sorry, that's an 8. We're going to start at rule 8 and progress in reverse order. So we're going to start here at 8. We're going to go up. And any rule that's true, we're going to spray that rule number. So if rule 8 is true, we're going to spray number 8. So let's go over the rules, see what we're going to spray. 8. The corner numbers have no more than 2 colors. That's true. The corners are red, 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 yellow, so 2 colors. So 8 is true. Remember, we're doing it in reverse order. So 7. The sum of the 2 diagonals are not equal. The first diagonal is, I'll do it here on the big screen, 6, 4, 5 makes 15. The other diagonal is 8, 4, 7. That's 19. So they are not equal. This one is also true. The last digit of the sum of the first 2 numbers in a column is equal to the bottom number of the same column. That sounds confusing. It's a lot simpler than it sounds. It's basically pretend these are all addition problems. Are any of them correct if you're just looking at the 1 digit of the answer? Is 6 plus 3 either 7 or 17 or 27 or 37, something ending in a 7? Is 7 plus 4 something ending in a 2? Is 8 plus 9 something ending in a 5? If any of those is true, that rule applies. In this case though, 6 and 3 is 9, which is not 7. 7 and 4 is 11, which would show us a 1, but it's showing us 2, so that's not right. 8 and 9 is 17, but we're saying a 5, so that's not right. So that rule does not apply. Number 5. The top row is mostly prime. Top row is 6, 7, 8. Of those, 7 is prime, 6 and 8 are composite, so that's false. Number 4. The number 1 is blue. Well, no, 1 is not blue, sorry. Number 3. The sum of the 4 corners is greater than the sum of the other numbers. So we're going to sum the 4 corners. 6 plus 8 plus 7 plus 5 is going to give us 11 and 15 is 26. The other numbers, I'm going to jot that down real quick. The other numbers, 1 and 9 and 3 and 4 and 2 make 19. So yes, the corners are greater than the sum of the other 5. We're going to come back to that rule and explain something in a minute too. Rule 2, top row is in descending order left to right. Nope. Rule 1, the left column is in ascending order top to bottom. Again, no. And Rule 9, fewer than 3 rules are true at this point. No, we have 3 rules already. So, keeping in mind we started at Rule 8, we're going to do the ones that were true in reverse order as the rule says here. So we're going to click 8, 7, 3. That's what we're going to tell our diffuser. 8, well, I clicked the wrong thing again. But that's good, because it lets me show something. Notice when I sprayed that one, it was a red 5. Now it's a yellow blob. So when you spray something, you can't see what number it was anymore, and you can't see what color it was anymore. So that's why I definitely suggest reading out the numbers. As far as reading the colors, you probably picked up on which 2 rules care about that, but if not, we'll cover it more explicitly in a second. But notice, I got a wrong number. I sprayed a 5. 5 shouldn't be sprayed at all. Why didn't I get a strike? Well, it's going to let you spray the correct number of digits, the correct number of numbers that you're supposed to before it strikes you. So if you do make a mistake, and you want to take your time a little bit when you punch this in case you have too many numbers, as soon as you hit, well, let's see, we sprayed 1 number, we sprayed 2 numbers, we got a strike when we sprayed a 3rd number. So our answer should be a set of 3 numbers, just not the 3 that we hit in that order. Which, that's what we got when we found it out. We got 8, 7, 3. So let's put it in correctly now. 8, 7, 3. It's done, and away it rolls. Awesome. Let's do another one. And this time I'm going to be a little explicit on which 2 rules we need the colors for. So we have 6, 2, 1, 8, 5, 4, 3, 7, 9. Now instead of reading out all of the colors, there's only 2 rules that care about the colors. Rule 4, which says the number 1 is blue. That's easy enough to remember to tell the expert. And the other one is Rule 8. The corners have no more than 2 colors. That's also pretty easy to remember and tell. So optimally, I give the 9 numbers, and then I just answer those 2 rules for them. So in this case, I would go 6, 2, 1, 8, 5, 4, 3, 7, 9. 1 is blue, more than 2 colors in the corners. So that way they know, okay, Rule 4 is true, Rule 8 is not, and that part's already done. Alright, look at the top. If there are more red numbers than green numbers, that part I do just let them prompt for. I think it's easier just to go about it that way. So, are there more reds than green? Yes. So we're going to do, as before, start at 8 and move up. So, corner numbers have no more than 2 colors. We were told that that's false. So we'll move on. Number 7, the sum of the 2 diagonals are not equal. As a shortcut, just a minor thing, the diagonals are obviously this way and this way, but they both got the center number, so you can kind of ignore it. It's not going to change whether or not they add up the same if you take it from both of them. So really, is one pair of corners that are opposite equal to the other pair of corners that's opposite? A little quicker algebra, or arithmetic rather. So in this case, is 6 plus 9 equal to 3 plus 1? No, not even close. So 7 is false. 6, the last digit of the sum of the first 2 is equal to the bottom of the same. 6 plus 8 equals 14? No. 2 plus 5 equals 7. Hey, this middle column actually applies. 2 plus 5 is 7. So we are going to hit Rule 6 this time. Number 5, top row is mostly prime. 6, 2, 1. Of those, only 2 is prime, so that's false. The number 1 is blue, we were told is true. The sum of the 4 corners is greater than the sum of the other numbers. Corners are 6, 3, 1, 9. That's 19. Remaining numbers is 2, 8, 5, 4, 7. That is 26. 26 and 19, yep. 19 is not greater than 26, so Rule 3 is false. And a quick note on this one. The sum of the 4 is greater than the sum of the other numbers. Well, we always have the numbers 1 through 9. And the numbers 1 through 9 are always going to add up to the same grand total. That's 45. So, another way you can think about this rule is the sum of the 4 corners is greater than 22. It's 23 or more. Because then the remaining numbers would have to be 22 or less. So, if you add up the corners and it's 23 or more, you know that rule is true. Just another shortcut you can take. Number 2, top row, descending order, left to right. 6, 2, 1. That is descending order. So rule 2 applies. Rule 1, left column, ascending order. 6, 8, 3. No. 9, fewer than 3 rules. Not true, so we're going to hit 6, 4, 2. 4, 2. Ah! We seem to have missed something. That's why I say you want to keep track of how many times you punch in a number. Let's punch in 7 for the sake of it. Okay, so we got a strike on the next click, so there should have been 4 rules. So let's glance again and see which one we missed. Hopefully you saw it. It's rule 7. We didn't actually highlight the sum of the 2 diagonals is not equal. So let's punch but you notice 7 should have been the first thing I hit, but I did not realize I made a mistake till the very end. So don't assume that because you missed, say, you're at 2 and you're not done, you need to hit 1 or 9. It's not like follow the leader, for example, where you get a strike as soon as you go out of order. So the actual answer should be 7, 6, 4, 2. 6, 4, 2. One more together. And then I'm going to give you guys one. We have 3, 2, 9, 6, 1, 8, 4, 5, 7. 1 is blue. The corners are more than 2 colors. So, expert goes ahead and reads off the color criteria rules. More red than green? No. More blue than yellow? Yes. This time, we're going to start at rule 6 and we're going to go in normal order. In reading order and descending order, or increasing number order. So, 6, the last digit of the sum. 3 plus 6 is 9. No. 2 plus 1 is 3. No. 9 plus 8 is 17. 9 plus 8 is something ending in a 7. So this rule is true. Sum of the 2 diagonals is not equal. 3 plus 7, 4 plus 9, 10 and 13, they are not equal. Corner numbers have no more than 2 colors. False. Now, I marked this. Let's keep in mind we haven't actually gotten here yet in our rules, though. So, when we get to number 9, fewer than 3 rules are true at this point. So far, in our calculation, we've only said that 6 and 7 are true. We know another one's going to be true, but only 6 and 7 are true. So we do have fewer than 3 rules true, so we're going to do 9. Left column, ascending order, 3, 6, 4, no. Descending order, 3, 2, 9, no. The sum of the 4 corners is greater than the sum of the other numbers. 3 plus 9, 12, plus 4, 16, plus 7, 23. If you'll remember, we said 23 is the cutoff. The other numbers, 2 and 8, 1 and 5 and 6 is 22. So the sum of the 4 corners is greater than the sum of the other numbers. The number 1 is blue, that's true. Top row is mostly prime. 2 and 3 are both prime, so that's true. And we're going to be clicking a lot of numbers this time. Starting at 6 and going down this time, we're going to click 6, 7, 9, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. That's a lot of clicks. That's a lot of clicks. I said that was the last one highlight. I'm going to do one more because I want to show one more thing about this one. 632, 148, 957. 1 is blue. Corners more than 2 colors. More red than green, we're asked. No. More blue than yellow, we're asked. Yes. So we start at 6 again. Last digit. 6 and 1 is 7. 3 and 4 is 7. 2 and 8 is 10. No. Sum of the 2 diagonals not equal. 6, 7 is 13. 9, 2 is 11. They are not equal. Corners have no more than 2 colors. False. Fewer than 3 rules so far, yes. Left column ascending order, 6, 1, 9. Nope, 6 and 1 is not ascending order. Top row and descending, 6, 3, 2. That is descending order. 6 is greater than 3 is greater than 2. Sum of the 4 corners is greater than the sum. Excuse me. 9 and 6 is 15, and 2 is 17, and 7 is 24. That's more than our cutoff of 23, so that one's true. Number 1 is blue, that one's true. Top row is mostly prime, 6, 3, 2. 3 and 2 are both prime, so that one's true. So again, we're going to hit 6 numbers. The thing I wanted to show you is, what if we double click? So we're down here, 7. Oh, I click 7 again. Now what? Well, let's try to finish up and see what happens. 9, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I got a strike. I have a 6-digit answer. It struck me on my 6th spray, even though 2 of them were on the number 7. So, if you misclick, if you click something twice, it tries to register that number twice. So be very cautious of that. So let's punch this one in. I'm going to blank the screen when we get to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll blank the screen here in a second. So go ahead, see if you are able to piece together what this one should be. Make this one go away. Alright, here is yours to do on your own. My numbers are 1, 4, 5, 3, 9, 7, 2, 6, 8. And for the special rules, 1 is not blue. Corners consist of only 2 colors. And you should also theoretically prompt me for the rules at the top. So, are there more red numbers than green numbers? No. Are there more blue numbers than yellow numbers? Yes. Alright, so pause if you need a little more time. Otherwise, I'll give you just a few more seconds, and then we will take a look at this one. Alright, let's unblank the screen. There we go. So there's the grid, as you should have gotten it. And I went ahead and marked the answers, as you saw. So is that what you got? 6, last digit of the sums. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 and 9 is 3. 5 and 7 would be 2, so none of those are true. For rule 7, sum of the 2 diagonals not equal. 1 and 8 is 9. 2 and 5 is 7. That is not equal, so that's true. Corner, no more than 2 colors. I said that there weren't exactly 2 colors, so there's no more than 2. So that one's true. 9, fewer than 3 rules are true at this point. Yeah, only 7 and 8 are true so far. 1, left column is ascending order. 1, 3, 2 messes that up. Top row and descending. 1, 4, that's not right. Sum of the 4 corners are greater than the sum of the rest. 1 and 2 and 8 and 5 make 16. That is not at least 23. Number 1 is blue, I told you it wasn't, and top row is mostly prime. Nope, only the number 5 is prime up there, so we are going to hit 7, 8, 9. And that's going to wrap us up for this one. That is graffiti numbers. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, or suggestions on this one, please leave a comment down below as always, and until next time guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, don't explode. Bye.